Hey Team EQRC, this is Coach Wes, and we're here for your first video message of our Spring 2014 season. And today, which is February 10th, kind of kicks off that season for us. We've got a 12-week training program that's going to get us ready for the OC Half Marathon. And for some of you guys that are ready to take on an even bigger challenge, whether it's just the training or to race it, we're going to be getting ready for the Mountains to Beach Marathon, the full marathon in Ojai, which is 3 weeks after OC. So we got some good training ahead of us, but we've also got some good training behind us, as my email alluded to. And that's why I just wanted to take a quick message to talk to you guys about today. And as I mentioned in the email, this is usually our biggest season of the year. I know for a lot of people, they're coming back to running for the first time this year. Maybe their first season with us for a little while, or their first season with us ever. But then we also have people that have been with us for, this is their third season in a row, and they've already raced 2 half marathons in the last 8 months or so. So that means that we're going to have to be a little flexible, a little adaptable, and give some ranges really more than anything else on our distances and on the types of runs that we're doing. So I want to talk about what this first week is going to look like, because that's really what where we're at and what we have in our control. And for those of you that are coming off the winter season with us and you just raced the Surf City Half Marathon about 8 days ago, I actually want you to take most of this week off. Especially if you have any nagging injuries, any aches or pains, anything that feels like it hasn't fully, and I mean fully, 100% recovered from that Surf City Half Marathon. I want you taking the rest of this week off and running really light with us on Saturday. And then when we hit the Saturdays, that's really where that range is going to come into play. For those of you that will be taking on the marathon, obviously as our distances grow, you guys will be growing your distances further and further and further and looking to peak around 20 to 22 miles. And for our half marathoners, there's going to also be a range. And we'll really look to peak eventually with our novice half marathoners, or people that are getting back to it for the first time, right around 11 miles when we're about 2 to 3 weeks away from our race, the OC Half Marathon. And then for our more experienced half marathoners, we're actually going to go all the way up to 15 miles this training season, just to give you guys a little taste of what it's like to be a little longer than that half marathon distance, so that when you go to race a half marathon, it actually feels a little short. So you're going to see that all the time through, and that even starts this week where we have our Saturday run of anywhere from 3 to 5 miles. My hope, though, is that you are very honest with yourself on where you are at, and turn that into where you should be at for your distances on Saturday mornings. Don't let it turn into an ego thing where you have to compete, because really your biggest competition is just you. You're going to have a huge team and support system around you for that, for support, to be here, to be by your side, to be behind you, and not be somebody to compete against. I really hope you can take that message to heart, because that's really the type of community we try and derive here, is a group of people that like to run together and like to support each other while we run together. So if I can answer any more questions this week, please let me know. Hopefully from the rest of the email you have all of the details that you might possibly need, but I'm sure there's always things that can help either ease a little bit of nervousness, a little bit of anxiety, or just give you the right information you might need. As always, I'm super excited about this coming season. We're going to do some different things, some new stuff, challenge you guys in some different ways that we haven't before, and really have some fun workouts while we're doing that along the way. I will look forward to seeing you either tomorrow, Tuesday, for your fartlek training, or on Thursday for our first team run. Have a great rest of your night, and happy running.